Peace be to all. Assalamu alaikum. Omar Abdul-Malik here, physician associate and doctor of health education. So I wanted to answer a question that I saw in the comments section of one of my old videos. And it was somebody asking if physician assistants, that's what we were called a few years ago, can PAs wear a long white lab coat? And I said, yes, they can, in response to that person. But then it made me think about, why was the person asking that question? And we kind of went back and forth about, are you looking for prestige in the medical career? Is that one of the most important things to you? Why would you ask that and not what kind of classes that you need? Or what kind of scores do you need to get into PA school? I never had anybody ask me about a long white lab coat. But, the advice I would give anybody is, if you're looking for prestige in medicine, there's many ways to find that don't necessarily take the medical doctor path, or the DO path, doctor of osteopathy. You can get a PhD and become a famous researcher. In fact, when I was a lab technician, I wore a long white lab coat because I was working with various bodily fluids, like blood in particular. I didn't want to get it on my clothes. When I was anatomical lab assistant, I was working with the cadavers. I didn't want to get, the cadaver meat on me. So I was dissecting them and preparing the cadavers for the med students. But, you could wear a long white lab coat if that's important to you and if that gives you a certain feeling of prestige. The problem with that, though, is what happens when you no longer use that white lab coat. I bought a bunch of white lab coats when I was a new PA, and I'm walking around the wards with my stethoscope, feeling like a doctor, even though I was, a PA. I was careful to introduce myself as such. And it made me feel good, but that was about 25 years ago almost. It's more important things became more important to me, like how I interact with the patient, the respect that I garner with my knowledge, my clinical skills from my peers and the supervising physicians and the patients, first and foremost, because that's what it's about. If you're looking for prestige, if you're looking for lofty titles, I'll see, I read the different peer-reviewed journals, and you'll see maybe a Dr. John Smith, head of cardiology, esteemed chair of the Department of Medicine at this particular university. And, it just sounds very prestigious. If that's what you're looking for, then, bite the proverbial bullet and go to medical school and get an MD. And while you're at it, get a PhD. And while you're at it, make the connections necessary to wheel and deal and politic your way to certain positions so you can have certain titles. That's a lot of that entails politicking. I will tell you this from many years of experience. But if you're really more about trying to be a community servant, like one of the things I ask my patients, I'll say, "Good morning. I'm PA Omar." If they haven't met me before, so I'm the physician associate or the PA. How may I serve you? And after I get through examining them and taking the history, and they'll thank me, and then I'll say, "Well, thank you for letting me serve you." And that's what it's become to me, is a service. That's what medicine and healthcare is. If you're looking for prestige and money and titles in the medical field as a PA, they're there to be found. I mean, there's you can have a lot of abbreviations and letters behind your name. I've guarded that over the years. I just wanted to be. I enjoy acquiring more knowledge to better serve people, and that's what the healthcare field should be about. I don't even know who's a doctor in the hospital anymore. Everybody's wearing scrubs. My supervising physicians at various hospitals wear scrubs. They don't wear long white coats. It could be the kitchen staff worker or the janitor or the patient care technician or one of the nurses, for all I know. Everybody's in scrubs nowadays. I dress like this with a sports coat, and I don't wear the long white coat because this concept of white coat hypertension. I'd say most of my patients have high blood pressure. I don't want to add to it by wearing a long white coat. But anyway, if you're looking for prestige in the medical field as a PA, it's there to be found if you want to work toward that. But if that's your main impetus for going into the field, I would say this is probably not for you. There's other ways to become prestigious and even garner much more money than a PA or even a doctor makes. All right, that's it for now, guys. If you want to be a PA like me, it's hard for me to say physician associate because I've been saying physician assistant for too long. But I'm trying to respect the name change. Or if you want to be a health educator like me, feel free to reach out to me. I'll leave my contact information in the description. It's been a great almost 25 years, more than 25 years if I count my sojourn, my academic and didactic sojourn towards becoming a PA. I think that I've been of great service, so my patients tell me, and the supervising physicians with whom I work. You might find it rewarding as I've found it rewarding. But that's it for now. I wish you guys the best of success in your positive endeavors. Peace.